306. See, this is funny because my first ever gun was a Splatmaster, and that was I had a tournament Splatmaster and I had a US valve in it. It was pretty special, and we had special barrels imported, metal barrels rather than the plastic ones, and I won our first ever tournament as Banzais that we won was a 10-man Splatmaster tournament, all tubes like this, 12 gram. But going forward, I'll give you a few marker cells because obviously whoever Woofy 306 won't have a clue what a Splatmaster is because he's asking me what tank I first had. Right, first off was a Splatmaster with a JT goggle, JT Whipper, thermal goggle, little tiny mask. You had to put a mesh on the inside because it shot all your mouth, you got your lips smashed out when you got shot. And I did make the mistake that I'm sure loads of you have done. I had to phone up the people I bought it from and said, I can't see through this, and they said, pull out the lens thing. Pretty clever. And if Robin from Die ever watches this, I did it in Malaysia as well. Played 2 games with one of me Empire goggles as well. Yeah, pretty clever. Anyway, then I had a Rebline gun called a Type Ball Rebline pump action gun with I think it was a 12-ounce gas bottle. Then my first semi would have been a F1 Illustrator with a 3.5 ounce at the back and I think a 20 ounce at the bottom. And then I've had cockers galore, impulses, shockers, all sorts. I do not actually currently own a gun. There you go. Shawnee boy, what are your thoughts on the recent UK meeting and innovation? What's trying to kickstart UK paintball again? What do you think? Do you think it's going to work? Basically, I think it doesn't have to work. I think it's better than not having anything, and I think it's a great place for it to start. Having industry people, tournament organisers, and people within the sport sitting and talking about our problems is definitely a step in the right direction. Parksy, cheating. Is it the ref's job to catch and punish you, or the player's job to be honest and walk? I've seen cheating sort of develop over the years, and I mean on the Banzais and even with Nexus, especially this is a personal thing. I never really did. Maybe I think there's a definite grey area. Did I ever cheat to the written word? Yes, probably cheated quite a lot. Did I ever wipe? Never. Did I ever play arm? Possibly. Did I ever lose hits? I don't know if I never physically lost a hit due to me wiping it off. If I was running full pelt and got shot in the lower leg as I started a knee slide, and when I got up, the ref had look at me and there was nothing there. Did I cheat? I never saw it break, so I don't know. So, but to answer the question, I think it's the ref's job. The ref's job is to pull people out. I've got issues with refs and some of the way that people do it, but I think your job as a ref is to pull people out that have been eliminated and get them off the field as quick as humanly possible. I don't think that every single player that gets shot knows he's been shot and should be penalised for it. And I think a lot of referees these days almost bait and set up the player to make the mistake to get called out. I was talking to one of Nexus the other day, and he's saying that the final games in Paris, he was moving down the field, and he said he was almost calling checks on himself, even though he felt that he'd not been hit because he didn't want to get 1-for-1 and lose a point in the final match. And I think that's sad because the game is pretty exciting to watch, and if that's the problem, we need to get around that. But is it up to you to be honest and walk off? I think if you're a man and you can accept that, you should be better and you should get off the field. Stop being a pussy. But nobody will. Rat. What effect do you think the disappearance of paintball literature such as PGI, etc., will have on the sport and the industry? I don't think the written word's going to go away. The internet, that you're watching this on either YouTube or on Paintballer, and I think it's a shame that these magazines go, because we all like to see pictures and coolness, and the toilet where you don't have your internet. But there's a lot of other new magazines popping up here and there, and I think there was too many. When you get magazines phoning you up and saying I need $2,000 a page or $1,500 a page, whatever it is, to advertise in it, and there's 20 magazines around the world. Am I supposed to, as Planet, are we supposed to just give $30,000-$40,000 a month out in advertising? Well, we can't afford to. Because we can't afford to, some of these magazines go because they're relying on it. And it's a shame, we're in a digital world now. If there's millions of people playing, and we had it in Woolworths, and everybody picked up a copy of PGI when they went to on holiday, then maybe it'd work. But obviously it hasn't, or they would have carried on. Adamantium. How do you see the technology used in paintball kit evolve in the next 5 years? Again, sorry, no idea. Dave, he hasn't actually put a question here, but he works for me in production, and I just wanted to say to you, you will always be dominated by me. Okay. Mark Toy, Nexus. Should say Mark Toy Sandbaggers, by the way. Baby, boy or girl, any preference? Just because you've had kids and you're not allowed to come out and play anymore doesn't mean I have to start making choices of a boy or a girl. Right, good. That's that sorted. Mario, what would you be doing if you weren't in paintball? Covered that. Nothing, basically. Porn star, I'd like to think. No. Lizo, do you pee in the bath or before / after? No, I don't have a bath. I'm having one installed. Girlfriend said if I pee in it, she's going to cut my balls off. I do pee in the shower though, and I also have an uncontrollable urge to pee while I'm brushing my teeth, even if I've just had a pee. Bizarre, I know. MJ, how rich are you? I wish I was 10% as rich as everybody else thinks I am, and I'd be pretty rich, but I do alright. Rich? No, not really. Do alright. And he also watching favourite market, Geo or Ego. Think they're both great. Shot a Geo for about 6 months last year in prototyping, loved it. Scenario and whatever, what we played. I'm a bit of a stick something in my hand and wind me up and throw me in the right direction, and I'll go off and kill people. I think they're both great guns. I think they've both been very well designed. I think the more we look at them, I think the different platforms are fantastic. They're both great. Go buy one. PlanetEclipse.com. And then my last question. No. What's this? All right. Question off Robbo. Ledz, we